Hello, lovelies. I hope everybody's well today. Today, I want to chat about why I think that small batch beauty products are better than the industrial big brand alternatives. So small batch basically means that the product is produced in small batches. Generally speaking, they're made by hand by small businesses and artisans. And small batch once dominated the skincare market, but now what started as a relatively small niche that prioritized small batch and small businesses has turned into a billion dollar market. And the sector obviously has been overrun with competition, and all of the big brands have jumped into the mix, offering everything from shampoos, skincare products, makeup. Natural beauty products are everywhere now in every single drugstore and supermarket. But whenever I see these products, it always makes me wonder just how natural can they be? And if they are natural, what resources might they be exploiting? How can we be sure that their products are sourced from sustainable farms and suppliers? And I admit that I'm incredibly skeptical of the new natural wave that's taken over the beauty industry. In my experience working at my spa in Milan, product representatives were never terribly concerned about what was good for women, for their skin, for the environment. Unfortunately, they were typically interested in only one thing, which is money. My representatives would often tell me that their products weren't particularly special, that they would certainly never achieve the promises that they made, but that the marketing and the price point were perfect for making women believe and buy. So, I'd like to use a recent example to make my point about the differences. So I recently came across two coffee scrubs in local supermarkets here in Lugano, and curious to see how they compared to Clean Beauty Swiss coffee ginger and coffee chili pepper scrubs. I bought them. So I opened each immediately, and in both cases, total bummer. The overwhelming smell was awful. It kind of smelled like coffee, but was really artificial and chemical smelling. It was actually so overpowering that when I eventually got around to trying them, I couldn't really use either of them. I actually couldn't use either of them all over my body because they actually gave me really horrible headaches. So the little bit that I was able to exfoliate, I used them on the bottom part of my legs, was such a bummer because the coffee seemed to be microbeads. It didn't exfoliate uniformly, and it certainly didn't take off the dense skin cells. It just kind of scratched at my skin. So I don't think it actually really did anything except make me a little bananas. So looking over the ingredient list, then I was optimistic because each of them had three or four different oils. But I was so bummed because after using them, my skin was so dry where I had used these scrubs that for the first time in years, I actually had to use body cream. So the difference is Clean Beauty Swiss scrubs are made in small batches, and by using 100% natural ingredients, um, I'm able to really adapt a recipe based on environmental factors. Sometimes a scrub is going to need a little bit more coconut oil. Sometimes it needs a little bit less. And so your advantage with the small batch production is this attention to detail. Unless I would use it on myself, I'm not going to put a label on it. I'm not going to sell it. So anyway, so getting back to the other scrubs, the smell got me really curious. I had to double check Google to look up their ingredients because they use the INCI, which is the International Nomenclature Cosmetic Ingredients, which are the fancy formal names for coffee, coconut oil, etc. So looking over the ingredients, I couldn't find any evidence of additives or preservatives, but it wasn't possible that that was actually coffee and coconut oil in that package. So then I noticed that they were inedible. So here at Clean Beauty Swiss, the ingredient list is as it should be. It's easy to read and easy to understand. Instead of cafe arabica seed extract, you'll find coffee grounds, coconut oil, very easy to understand. Which is another reason small batch is important. All of our ingredients are fair trade and actually, whenever possible, locally sourced. So while our scrubs aren't recommended as edible, um, nothing will happen if you ingest, which for whoever has kids and pets, it can be reassuring. So just remember, each scrub in my case is tested on me and my friends, not on animals. There are no additives, no extra perfumes. As the orders come in, the scrubs get made. No sitting on shelves for years. The ingredients are freshly blended and packaged, and our small production line actually produces less than 10 scrubs at a time. So you can be sure that a check on all quality and ingredients has happened, right down to putting the label on the jar. Literally, what you see is what you get. So at Clean Beauty Swiss here, we don't use the inch ingredient list. Um, we pride ourselves on being sort of the anti-industry product in what's becoming a very glutted market. In my personal opinion, small batch is the future of skincare. Check your farmers markets, your local organic food shops, and obviously online to support a small business. I really think that you can't go wrong, and I think one of the top things that you have to remember is that when you buy small batch, when you buy from small producers, these are people that love their product, and if there's ever something that goes wrong, that you're not happy with, or something that you're not sure about within the product, we're available. Speaking for myself, I'm available always. My all of my information is on my website, on Instagram, on Facebook. If you have a question, if you have a complaint, if you want clarification, or even if you just want to say hi, I'm here. And I think that that's really something that in today's world needs to be appreciated. And that's it. I think, like I said, I think small batch is absolutely the way to go with internet, online sales, your local farmers markets. You can't go wrong. Okay? Any questions, let me know. If not, check out my website on cleanbeautyswiss.com. Thanks. Bye.